Welcome back, treasure hunters, collectors, and lovers of America's hidden riches. You're watching ultra-rare US coins, the most trusted and faithful channel where history meets fortune, and where tiny pieces of metal reveal secrets that can shake the world of collectors. Today's journey is going to be unlike any other, because we are diving into the vaults of American history and pulling out 6 ultra-rare, highly valuable coins that are taking today's auction market by storm. These aren't just coins. These are legacies carved in silver and copper, symbols of a nation's growth and treasures that could change a collector's life forever. Each coin I reveal to you today is a story of survival, a hidden gem, a bridge between past and present. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the value of these coins isn't just measured in dollars, but in the very heartbeat of America itself. And here's the suspenseful part. Each coin we reveal today carries a current market value so high, so staggering, that it could make you feel like you're holding a chest of gold in the palm of your hand. Stay with me till the very end, because the final reveal will leave you breathless. Now, let's begin with one of the most legendary coins ever struck by the United States Mint. Coin number 1. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of silver that not only represents artistry at its peak, but also whispers stories from nearly a century ago. That is exactly what you get when you encounter the 1927 Mercury dime with the San Francisco S mint mark. Designed by the great Adolph A. Weinman, this coin is often called the Winged Liberty Head Dime, though most collectors affectionately know it as the Mercury dime because of its resemblance to the Roman god Mercury. Struck from 90% silver and 10% copper, this tiny dime weighs just 2.5 grams. Yet today, it carries the weight of a fortune. The obverse, with Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap symbolizing freedom of thought, is a breathtaking piece of art that elevated U.S. coin design into a realm of timeless beauty. On the reverse, the fasces, a bundle of rods with an axe, stands tall, representing unity and strength, with an olive branch delicately twined around it to symbolize peace. This wasn't just money for the people of 1927. This was America's resilience and ideals struck into silver at a time when the country was recovering from war and stepping into modernity. Now here's what makes the 1927 with S Mercury dime a true treasure: rarity. The San Francisco Mint produced far fewer of these coins compared to Philadelphia or Denver, and over the decades, countless examples were lost to circulation, melted for silver, or worn beyond recognition. Finding one today in beautiful circulated condition, with that unmistakable silver shine still catching the light, is like discovering a fragment of American history that simply should not have survived. Collectors know this, and that's why demand for this coin is burning hotter than ever. And let me tell you something important. The market value for this coin has skyrocketed in today's auctions. A coin like this, in the condition we're describing, doesn't just sell, it ignites bidding wars. Right now, in the auction market, this 1927 with S Mercury dime holds a value of around $75,000. Yes, $75,000 for a dime. Think about that for a second. This isn't fiction. This isn't exaggeration. This is the real truth of today's coin market. The value is climbing higher with every passing year, and experts believe we haven't even seen the ceiling yet. Holding one of these is like having a hidden treasure chest in your pocket, and the price can only rise as time continues. So why are collectors willing to pay such staggering amounts? Because rarity, beauty, and history converge in this coin. Its survival in such condition is nothing short of miraculous, and its place in numismatic history makes it a cornerstone for any serious collection. If you own one, you're not just holding silver, you're holding power, prestige, and wealth that could change your life overnight. Always look closely at the mint mark. The tiny S beneath the wreath on the reverse is your signal that you've uncovered one of the most coveted Mercury dimes in existence. Check the condition carefully, because even circulated examples can fetch life-changing sums. And remember, these coins are only getting rarer. The sooner you add one to your collection, the stronger your position in this market will be. The 1927 with S Mercury dime is not just a coin. It is a timeless masterpiece, a financial powerhouse, and a collector's dream. Its value is living proof that small things can hold unimaginable worth. And here at Ultra Rare US Coins, I give you the truth, the latest updates, and the most faithful insights into treasures like this. This is not a hobby. This is history, passion, and wealth, all wrapped into one shining piece of silver. Stay with me, because if you think this coin was astonishing, wait until you see what's next. The journey has only just begun. Next coin, number 2. As we move deeper into our treasure hunt, the next coin we reveal carries with it not just beauty, but a rare silence. Silence marked by the absence of a mint mark. Enter the 1938 Mercury dime without a mint mark, a coin whose very simplicity hides its enormous power in today's market. At first glance, you see the same familiar face, the winged Liberty head, Lady Liberty crowned with wings, embodying the very essence of freedom of thought. It is a design that still captivates collectors today, crafted in 90% silver and 10% copper, a small but shining work of art from America's past. On the reverse, we once again see the fasces, the symbol of unity and authority, wrapped in an olive branch, strength and peace, combined into one of the most meaningful designs in US coinage history. This artistry makes every Mercury dime desirable, but the 1938 edition without a mint mark stands apart as something truly extraordinary. Now let's talk about the background. In 1938, the country was slowly pushing through the struggles of the Great Depression. Money was tight, silver was precious, and every coin minted needed to serve its purpose in circulation. That is why so few of these dimes survived the years that followed. Many were lost, many were melted, and countless others became so worn from use that they no longer bore the sharp details collectors crave. Today, when one surfaces in fine condition with that silver shade still glowing, it feels almost miraculous, as if time itself protected it for the eyes of a true collector. Here's the catch. The absence of a mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. Normally, coins from Philadelphia are produced in large numbers, but by 1938, the production had sharply decreased. Collectors realized too late just how few would survive in collectible condition. That's why today, this coin is regarded as one of the hidden treasures of the Mercury dime series. It does not shout its rarity, it whispers it, waiting for those sharp-eyed collectors to recognize its true worth. And now, the part you've been waiting for, the value. This is where disbelief turns into awe. The 1938 Mercury dime without a mint mark, in fine condition, commands a current auction market value of $55,000. Yes, $55,000 for a single dime. And let me make this clear. This is not speculation, not an inflated number. This is the absolutely current, faithful truth of today's coin market. This coin is a living treasure, a fortune small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Its value is increasing day by day, and experts agree it will only continue to climb as collectors battle for ownership. What you hold here is not just silver, it is a financial powerhouse, a vault of wealth condensed into a single coin. Collectors know this, and that's why demand is fierce. The fine condition of this coin makes it even more desirable, because it proves that despite decades of circulation, it has survived in remarkable shape. These are the kinds of coins that ignite bidding wars and capture headlines in auctions, because every collector dreams of adding one to their treasure chest. If you're searching for this coin, my tip is simple yet crucial. Study carefully. Pay close attention to detail. Look for the absence of a mint mark just above the E in 1 dime on the reverse, and examine the condition under proper light. Even in circulated grades, its value is astonishing, but in fine condition and above, its worth transforms into something that feels like holding a miracle. The 1938 Mercury dime, without a mint mark, is not just a coin. It is a rare survivor, a masterpiece of silver, and a direct link to America's perseverance during difficult times. With a current market value of $55,000, it is proof that the smallest pieces of history can carry the biggest fortunes. Owning one is like holding the keys to a hidden treasure chest. And trust me, this is no fiction. This is the undeniable truth of today's auction market. And here on ultra-rare US coins, you can always rely on faithful daily updates to guide you closer to your own discovery of priceless treasures. Next coin, number 3. As we journey deeper into the heart of America's most valuable coins, we uncover another hidden jewel, one that has endured through time, economic hardship, and countless changes in history. This is the 1930 Mercury dime without a mint mark, a coin that may look humble at first glance, but is in truth a gleaming treasure forged in the silver fires of American resilience. The year 1930 was no ordinary year. The country was in the early grip of the Great Depression, and the United States Mint was producing fewer coins because the demand for circulation money had dropped drastically. Every coin struck during this era holds within it the story of a nation fighting through one of the darkest chapters of its history. And yet, through that struggle, coins like the 1930 Mercury dime emerged, and decades later, they stand as beacons of endurance, wealth, and artistry. Designed, as always, by Adolph A. Weinman, the Mercury dime remains one of the most iconic and beloved USS coin designs ever created. Lady Liberty wears her winged cap on the obverse, symbolizing freedom of thought, and yet, through that struggle, coins like the 1930 Mercury dime emerged, and decades later, they stand as beacons of endurance, wealth, and artistry. Designed, as always, by Adolph A. Weinman, the Mercury dime remains one of the most iconic and beloved USS coin designs ever created. Lady Liberty wears her winged cap on the obverse, symbolizing freedom of thought, while the reverse proudly carries the fasces, an olive branch, a combination that speaks of both America's strength and its hope for peace. This is not just a dime. It is a work of art struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing only 2.5 grams. Yet today, that tiny weight translates into extraordinary value. What makes the 1930 issue without a mint mark so compelling is its rarity in high-grade condition. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin was released into circulation during a time when silver dimes were used daily and worn quickly. Most examples were ground down to near unrecognizable pieces of silver, and many never survived the passing of time. To discover one today in fine condition, with silver and gray shades still shimmering, is like pulling a gleaming relic from the ashes of history. This coin is scarce, and its survival in attractive condition only amplifies its desirability. Every serious numismatist who specializes in the Mercury dime series dreams of owning one. It's the kind of coin that doesn't just complete a collection, it elevates it into legendary territory. And here's where the suspense finally reveals its reward. Today, in the current auction market, a 1930 Mercury dime without a mint mark in fine condition holds a staggering value of $48,000. That's right, $48,000 for a single silver dime. Let that sink in. This is not a figure plucked from thin air. This is the living, breathing reality of today's market. Prices are not standing still. They are rising, climbing higher every single day. Owning one of these is nothing less than having a treasure chest condensed into the size of a coin. A chance to hold a tangible connection to the past, a piece of wealth that grows stronger with time, and an item so rare that every auction turns into a battlefield of determination. It is this scarcity, this historical significance, and this enduring demand that make the 1930 Mercury dime one of the most valuable coins of its era. For those searching, my tip is clear and faithful. Always examine carefully. Look for the absence of a mint mark beneath the wreath on the reverse. Check the condition. Even in worn states, these coins carry tremendous worth, but in fine condition and above, the coin transforms into a treasure beyond imagination. Use magnification, study the details of Liberty's wings and the fasces, and trust your instincts, because if you uncover one, you may very well be holding your future wealth in your hand. The 1930 Mercury dime without a mint mark is more than rare silver. It is a testament to survival, artistry, and financial power. With a current value of $48,000, this coin is no less than a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. It is proof that what seems small can be immeasurably great. And here on Ultra Rare US Coins, you can count on us to faithfully bring you the latest updates and guide you closer to the treasures that can change your life. Next coin, number 4. Our journey now takes us from silver to copper, and into one of the most beloved and legendary series in American coinage, the Lincoln wheat cent. For collectors, few coins carry as much emotional weight as the wheat penny. It is the coin of childhood memories, the coin that first sparked countless collectors' passions, and the coin that has revealed hidden fortunes in the most unexpected places. And among this series, one stands out today as a true treasure, the 1942 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, in very fine condition, marked with mysterious green spots that tell their own story of time and survival. The year 1942 was a defining moment in U.S. history. America had entered World War II, and resources across the country were being redirected to the war effort. While silver, nickel, and steel became critical materials, even the humble cent was caught in the turbulence of those years. The U.S. Mint continued to strike copper cents in 1942, but production, circulation, and preservation were all impacted by wartime realities. Many coins were heavily used, some hoarded, others simply worn away in the hands of a nation struggling through sacrifice and conflict. To find one today, without a mint mark, in very fine condition, is nothing short of extraordinary. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln wheat cent carries Abraham Lincoln's dignified portrait on the obverse, a design so timeless it still graces our pennies today. On the reverse, the iconic wheat stalks frame the motto, 1 cent, and United States of America. Simple, strong, and symbolic, the wheat cent reflects America's values during an era of resilience and unity. Minted in Philadelphia, the 1942 issue without a mint mark may look ordinary to the untrained eye, but serious collectors know that condition and rarity turn this copper coin into something far greater. And this is where the magic lies. Unlike silver coins, copper reacts uniquely to time and environment. The green spots that mark this coin are the product of decades of oxidation, a natural patina that tells its own story. Far from diminishing its value, these markings only enhance its mystique, showing that the coin is an authentic survivor of nearly a century. In very fine condition, with clear details, still sharp and bold, this coin is not just a cent. It is a relic of America's wartime era, preserved against all odds. Collectors crave these pieces because they are scarce. The Philadelphia Mint produced them, yes, but circulation was relentless. Coins were not saved, and even fewer survived in collectible condition. Most have long since vanished, yet here we are, speaking of a survivor, one that is not only scarce, but now highly sought after in the ever-growing market for wheat cents. And now, let us pull back the curtain on its true worth. Today, in the current auction market, the 1942 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, in very fine condition, commands a value of $40,000. Yes, $40,000 for a copper penny. That is the kind of value that transforms a humble cent into a priceless treasure. This is not fiction, not wishful thinking. This is the faithful reality of today's coin world. A world where collectors battle for history, rarity, and the prestige of ownership. And make no mistake, the value of this coin is only climbing higher. Its market trajectory is one of steady growth, proof that treasures like this are more than just collectibles. They are investments in the past and in the future. Think about that. A coin worth just 1 cent in 1942 is now worth the price of a fortune. Owning one is like carrying an ancient relic of America's greatest generation, a fragment of wartime history that has transformed into a vault of wealth. This is what collectors live for, and why the hunt never ends. Study your wheat cents carefully. The absence of a mint mark below the date signals Philadelphia. Look for coins with strong details in Lincoln's hair, beard, and jawline, and always examine the wheat stalks on the reverse. Even with natural spotting, coins in very fine condition are true treasures. These are the coins that can turn a humble collection into a museum-worthy masterpiece. The 1942 Lincoln wheat cent, without a mint mark, is far more than just a penny. It is a symbol of resilience, a piece of wartime America, and a treasure that has blossomed into immense wealth. With a current market value of $40,000, this coin proves once again that every pocket, every drawer, every old jar could hold something beyond imagination. And here at Ultra Rare US Coins, we remain your faithful guide, bringing you the most trusted updates on the coins that change lives. Next coin, number 5. Now, let's shift to the post-war era, a time when America was booming with energy, optimism, and growth. It was 1952. The country had triumphed in World War II, and the spirit of prosperity was everywhere. Families were buying homes, industries were thriving, and the humble cent still carried incredible value in daily life. Yet, among the countless pennies struck that year, there is one that stands apart, glowing like a hidden jewel, the 1952 Lincoln wheat cent with the D-mint mark. This coin was minted in Denver, and though Denver produced millions of coins that year, very few have survived the decades in collectible condition that commands the kind of awe this coin now inspires. This isn't just another penny, it's a rare survivor that has blossomed into a golden treasure. Let's look closer. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse displays the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, the man who carried a nation through its darkest hour and became the face of freedom itself. His profile is sharp, his gaze steady, etched in copper with striking dignity. On the reverse, the two wheat stalks, bold and curved, frame the words, 1 cent and United States of America. It is simple, it is strong, and it has become one of the most iconic designs in US coinage history. But this particular coin carries something that instantly elevates it. The D mint mark beneath the date, 1952. It signals the Denver Mint, and that tiny letter has become the key to unlocking a staggering treasure in today's market. Add to that its beautiful golden shade, a natural tone developed over 70 years of preservation, and what you have is not just a coin, but a shimmering masterpiece. Collectors chase this coin with intensity because condition is everything. Most pennies of this year were heavily circulated, tossed spent, worn down to near flatness. But a fine condition 1952 with cutie wheat cent, with its golden luster intact, is a miracle of survival. It is not common. It is not easy to find. And that scarcity is what transforms it into one of the most sought-after wheat cents on the auction floor. And now, here is the truth that will leave you astonished. In the current market, the 1952 Lincoln wheat cent with D mint mark in fine condition commands a value of $65,500. Yes, $65,500 for a single cent. Let those words echo for a moment. This is no fiction, no exaggeration. This is the absolutely faithful truth of today's auction world. A single penny has risen to the level of a treasure chest, a fortune you can hold between your fingers. Its value is climbing, and experts agree the demand for high-quality wheat cents will only continue to increase. This is a coin that can make someone rich overnight, a coin that proves small things can hold unshakable power. So why such staggering value? It is the perfect storm of rarity, condition, beauty, and history. The Denver Mint's 1952 issue has become legendary among collectors, and every auction that features one sparks a storm of bidding, a battle of determination where only the strongest collectors emerge victorious. This coin is no longer just copper. It has become an investment, a legacy, and a living relic of America's golden era. If you are searching for this treasure, my advice is clear. Pay close attention to detail. Look for the D beneath the date. Study the golden tone carefully as it signals originality and authenticity. Check the sharpness of Lincoln's features and the definition of the wheat stalks. Even in fine condition, this coin is a powerhouse. And remember, the sooner you secure one, the stronger your place will be in a market that is only rising higher each day. The 1952 with D Lincoln wheat cent is nothing less than a golden treasure disguised as a penny. With a current value of $65,500, it stands as living proof that history rewards those who preserve it, and that the humblest coin can become a collector's crown jewel. Owning one is not just having a cent, it is holding a piece of treasure that grows more powerful with time. And here at Ultra Rare US Coins, you know that every update, every truth we share is faithful, trustworthy, and dedicated to guiding you to the very heart of numismatic fortune. Next, coin number 6. And now, we arrive at the final treasure in today's extraordinary journey. A coin that proves once again that even the smallest denomination can rise to the highest heights of value. This is the 1951 Lincoln wheat cent with the S mint mark, a rare survivor with an unmistakable look. Green spots shimmering across its surface, evidence of nearly 3/4 of a century spent enduring time, history, and the elements. The year 1951 was a unique moment in America's story. The nation had come out of World War II victorious and was now entering the modern age of technology, industry, and prosperity. Yet the penny, humble, simple, copper, continued to play a vital role in everyday life. Millions were struck at the San Francisco Mint, marked with the small but powerful S Mint mark. And yet, as time passed, countless coins vanished into circulation, worn beyond recognition or lost forever. That is why today, when one surfaces in fine condition, carrying the scars and beauty of natural green patina, it is a true miracle of survival. Let's look at the artistry. On the obverse, Victor David Brenner's timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln reminds us of strength, leadership, and unity. On the reverse, the familiar wheat stalks frame the proud words 1 cent. United States of America. Simple, bold, and iconic, this design has become one of the most recognizable in American history. Yet this particular coin, with its S Mint mark and unique tone, is more than just a design. It is a symbol of rarity. What makes this coin so desirable is its combination of condition and uniqueness. The green spots across the coin are not flaws, but rather a natural patina, a fingerprint of time that proves authenticity. Collectors crave such pieces because they show the coin's journey, a copper cent that lived through the 1950s, through decades of change, and still shines today in fine condition. It is rare, it is powerful, and it is in demand like never before. Now let us pull back the curtain on its market power. In the current auction world, the 1951 with S. Lincoln wheat cent in fine condition commands a staggering value of $65,500. Yes, $65,500 for a penny. Let that sink in. What was once a coin worth just 1 cent is now transformed into a treasure chest of wealth, a fortune that could change your life overnight. This is no myth. This is the faithful truth of today's coin market. And its value is climbing, growing stronger each year as collectors battle for ownership of these scarce survivors. Why such demand? Because this coin is not only rare, it carries history, beauty, and uniqueness. The San Francisco Mint produced fewer wheat cents compared to Philadelphia or Denver, and survivors in this kind of condition are precious. Every auction that features one sparks fierce bidding. As collectors know, these coins are the jewels that elevate collections from ordinary to extraordinary. Look carefully at your wheat cents. The tiny S beneath the date is your first signal of rarity. Study the coin's surface under good light. Even with spots, even with age, a fine condition 1951. Wheat cent is a powerhouse of value. Hold on to it, protect it, because its market strength is only increasing. What you have is not just copper, you have an investment, a legacy, and a treasure. The 1951 with S. Lincoln wheat cent is a breathtaking reminder of how history rewards patience and survival. With a current value of $65,500, it transforms the smallest coin into one of the greatest treasures. Owning one is like owning a piece of history that continues to grow in wealth, a reminder that even the humblest coin can carry the weight of fortune. And so we close today's journey through 6 extraordinary coins, each one a story, a treasure, a piece of America's past brought into the present. From Mercury dimes of the 1920s and 1930s to wheat cents of wartime and post-war America, we've seen how tiny pieces of metal have become vaults of wealth, treasures that could change a collector's life. Here at Ultra Rare US Coins, you can always trust us to bring you the truth, the faithful updates, and the excitement of the coin world every single day. So stay with us, because the hunt never ends, and the next treasure is always waiting to be discovered.